Hello, fellow humans. A few weeks ago, I took this picture. This unfortunate accident resulted from a series of mistakes that I won't get into right now, but I continued with the build and ended up with this. End of the story, right? Nah. The other piece of that knife has been sitting on my workbench for weeks, and I decided to finally do something about it. Now, I actually started this project yesterday and made decent progress, as you can maybe see here, but Shower Thoughts Me last night decided that this would make a great video, so here we are. The plan is to make a slip joint folder out of this piece right here. You can see some designs I drew up. And I think this is going to look really cool. We got some engraving and steepling on the scales here, and I think this is going to turn out, so let's get started. Now, because of how slip joint folders work, and I'll put a graphic maybe up here, this tab should be directly in the middle, not offset. And that's a mistake I made yesterday, and again, Shower Thoughts Me discovered that. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to grind the edge down and pull this back until this tab is right in the middle. So let's get it done. Okay, so I've now got the heel drawn back to about where it needs to be, and I'll leave it a little proud just so we have some wiggle room when we're putting the bevels in. And for those of you who may be curious why I'm letting it lose its temper, that's because yesterday I blue-backed this knife, and I blue-backed it by enough that by the time I get everything pulled back to where it's need to be, everything is in the blue, and that's no good. Hopefully you can see it a little bit there. And so I'm going to need to reheat treat and retemper this later. And so we'll do that probably after definitely after I've got the rest of this profile in, and probably after I've got some rough bevels in too. Alright, I've gotten the profile to where I want it. You can maybe tell this is going to be a very small knife. I think it's going to be adorable. I'm planning on having the handle be just big enough to fit this. So it'll be a nice tiny little pocket knife. Alright, so I've got the bevels roughed in. I decided to do a chisel edge, just cuz. So I've got the bevels in, and I'm going to heat treat it now with the propane torch and some water. Alright, it looks pretty good. Let's find out if it's good. It's good. Alright, I don't know if you can see that, but I've tempered it to a nice tan on the bevel here, and the back is blue. So that's it tempered, and then we'll probably work on the handle scales actually now. Alright, now I've got these, there we go, I've got these two pieces of metal marked out. These are going to be the handle scales for this, and I've decided that this piece that I was doing some practice engraving on is going to be the frame and the spring for the slip joint. So I'm gonna mark that out now, and then we'll cut it out with the angle grinder. There. And we'll cut it out with the angle grinder at the vise. So let's get it done. Alright, I've got, you can see the scribe lines there. I've got the blade lined out here, and then this section is going to be the frame. So I'll get it all cut out. I might actually drill the pinholes in these first, so that'll help with lining it up. But I'll get the holes drilled and this cut out in some kind of order that you'll probably find out about in a minute. Okay, I've got holes drilled in everything, and I've got a pin that can put it all together. So let's give it a test fit up. There we go. Everything fits together rather nicely, and there's enough room for everything to move around. I think this is going to be good.